Hello, this is the Smith Enfield single turnkey clock. As you've seen on the pictures, what you'll find is obviously this is a nice neat little model with obviously a clear latch for the front and the back. The important thing is how to actually operate this thing in the future, so there's no problems with how to use it. Obviously the center of gravity is very important with this unit, so whatever surface you put it on, you have to adjust this clock because it's a pendulum based clock. A lot of people don't know how to operate this, so this is the reason why I'm doing the video. First of all, most important is to make sure that it is tightly wound, not completely so you don't break the spring, but again, there we go, so that's tightly wound there, as tight as it can be, so you will get the key, and then obviously you find the time. So at the moment it's around about 7 minutes past 7, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that time to around about 7 minutes past 7, so we go, it's around about there. So that's around about 8 or 7 minutes past 7. Now what you'll notice is that there's no ticking sound coming from the clock because the surface of this table is uneven. So whatever surface you put it on, even if it's an uneven surface, you still need to adjust it. And this is how you adjust it. On the back of this, you'll find that there's a latch. Also, what you'll find is that the pendulum, whatever surface you put it on, so just make sure that you rest it in the right place. You need to adjust it left and right. So you have the thing that holds the pendulum, and then there's a little tiny hook that comes out here. That is the bit that you just left and right, so you just need to push it a little bit further, and you'll notice that the sound makes it stop. It was uneven, so let's push it the other way. So you notice I'm pushing it a little bit that way, and again that is uneven because it came to a stop. So I'm just going to find the center of gravity, which is somewhere in between, so just a little bit of a nudge, and I'm going to let this carry on for about a minute just to prove to you that it will go through the entire sequence. So this might come to a stop because I can tell that it's slightly uneven, but we'll see. Yeah, see, it came to a slight stop because it was slightly uneven to one end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it to this side a little bit. So it has to be a perfect ticking clock, because that's when it's found. There we go. That's the sound. Perfect. Now that should carry on for quite some time, for the whole minute, so let's just find that minute. And while this is going, I'll explain to you the reason why that this ticking is important. Is whatever surface you put this on, it has to be that ticking sound, because the clock has to find a place where it can perform properly. This table at the moment allows it to perform properly because we've managed to find its proper position. Now if I was to move it somewhere else on this desk, it might bring it out of uneven, and then we'll need to adjust it again. So as you can hear, it's ticking on its own quite nicely. This is to speed up the clock ticking, this is to slow it down, so left and right. Slow means you unwind it, so the pendulum takes longer to go. Fast, or F, means you wind it, so it takes faster. So depending on whether it's in a cold place or hot place, it will expand the metal, so that's the reason why that was invented. So again, now you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this. I'm going to turn this around. So let's just assume that you receive this. And so the way that you'll receive it is you'll get the pendulum separate from there so it doesn't damage en route. And then what you do is you just hook it onto here perfectly. You know that the key is to wind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it around so that I know it's going to be uneven. So well, let's listen to this for a second. So let's just try and find an uneven surface. That sounds pretty good anyway. So as you can tell, that sound, it's a little bit off center, and it has come to a halt. So the idea is to actually find where this is at the moment. So you might need to reach out back and just go, okay, right, what is the best place for it? So you just nudge it a little bit beyond a halfway point, and as you can hear, and that's a little bit off as well. So let me just adjust it. That sounds very healthy. So let's listen to this for a second or two. And as you can hear, it's a healthy tick. That was uneven when I turned it around to this position, and all I did was again nudge it a little bit to the right and left, and what that allowed me to do was find where its perfect position is, and that's its perfect position right there. So that is your clock, and that is the best way, the best way to demonstrate how it's going to work. So I'm going to let this run and carry on running until I finish talking. So again, the casing, everything is as you see it on the picture. The backing as an independent piece just slots in, and as you see there's a little latch that allows you to make it sit in position. So I'll place that now and show you there. So that just sits perfect there. You bring the latch down and it holds it in position. And as you can hear, the clock is ticking quite nicely and everything's solid. So again, this is the reason why I have to demonstrate it in this video, is because a lot of people don't know that they need to adjust the clock to where it's going to be placed. So if you are going to place it on a surface like this or any surface, you will need to adjust it, and this video showed you how to do so. Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for purchasing this clock. I hope you enjoy it, and please give me a nice feedback. And hopefully that should be a perfect transaction. Thank you very much.